What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. here with Victory Formation. We might have to pour one out for Southern, man. Hey, Southern, where were you at, dog? Where was you at? We got to talk about it. What happened to the Southern Jags is they got curb stomped today at the vet, and really the only thing that could stop JSU today was the lightning that happening in Mississippi. Let's talk about it after the bumper. We got the call in going in. Also, we got to hear from the fans and how you're feeling after that beatdown that happened at the vet in the Boombox Classic after the bumper.
Are the only participant in the conference.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Everybody, I need for you to drop who you are, where you're from, what school you represent, who you are, where you're from, what school you represent. And also, I want to hear from you guys tonight. I want to hear from you and what you saw. I'm going to tell you what I saw in that beatdown in the Boombox Classic. But I need to hear from you and what you saw as Jackson State curb stomp Southern. What? That is not what I expected. I expected them to win, and I expected them to win handily. I want to hear from you. What's up with you, Devon? What's going on? We're live right now. This is a call-in show. Nev said, I called it 35-17. They didn't even get the 17, Reginald. They didn't even get the 17. Coach Dooley, what's going on, man? What's going on? Southern couldn't even get 3 on the board. No, they couldn't. What's going on, David, man? Southern, monkey stomp, curb stomp, monkey stomp, whatever you want to do. Shout out to Don from Jackson, Mississippi. We got Carlin from JSU. We got the Golden Rams, JSU. It was a crazy day in football because if you didn't see, the team that the HBCU national champions got waxed too by Morgan State. That was South Carolina State. So it looks like North Carolina Central may be back into the driver's seat. They may be the team you could see down in Atlanta because it looks like JSU is getting ready. Because every tough task, the best teams that they were supposed to play, they handled them handily, right? They handled them sound. FAMU was supposed to be the second best HBCU. In the power rankings, they're still number 2, 59-3. Southern was number 2 in the HBCU power rankings, 35-0. Grambling, 66-24. Tennessee State was the only HBCU that gave you kind of a tussle, and then Campbell gave you a little tussle or whatever, but you were up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter against them. But JSU, so I'm looking at some of your more, and you can call in because I want to hear from all of you guys. You said JSU class of 95, Atlanta via Detroit. Story of the day. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. South Carolina State. Just when it looked like they had taken the reins in the MEAC back in full control, they went out and got busted by Morgan State. Hey, I told you, man, look, man, if y'all don't listen to me, never listen to me now. Shout out to y'all, man. We starting to get real heavy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But I've been saying, I said, Damon Wilson is building a monster at Morgan State. He is going to build a juggernaut at Morgan State. And sure enough, he has gotten big wins over Sacred Heart and got a huge win over your HBCU national champions. I think they beat them 41-14. 41-14 over South Carolina State. Jeff, I said JSU 28-24, but bro, I was wrong. Yes, you were. I was wrong too. I thought Southern must have not never left Baton Rouge. Like, could somebody, we got an EPB out for the Southern Jaguars, please. Can I have your attention, please? We are looking for Coach Dooley. We're looking for his Gucci flip-flops. We're looking for his Gucci slippers, his ascot, his Gucci tuxedo, whatever he be wearing. Where you at, Dooley? Oh, where you at? Where's your team at? Because y'all got beat 35-0. 35-0. You had College Game Day in the building. This was probably the most watched HBCU game in this whole season. This was probably one of the most attended HBCU games the entire season. And you had Game Day in the building. You had ESPN. You had Stephen A. Smith. You got Key Glock, NLE Chopper, all of these people in the stands, the vet packed out stadium, and it looks like Southern traveled well, so your crowd was there, and you lay an egg like that? You get beat 35-0. You get beat not by Shedeur Sanders' arm, not because he was out there flinging it, because the JSU guys was dropping passes. Daniels kept dropping passes and fumbling. You got beat by that defense, and we'll talk about them, but you got beat by Shedeur Sanders' legs. His legs. The man, that is where his game has taken the next level. His mobility. We talked about it earlier this year. I said Shedeur's game, the way I've seen it grow and develop, is the fact that he is more mobile, and not always mobile as far as looking to scramble, but more mobile in the pocket. Well, damn it, if it wasn't for his scrambling today, he was out there looking like Mike Vick. He was out there putting on the moves. But the story of the game is none other than the folks that have been showing up every single game, all day, every day, and that is that JSU defense. A donut. A donut. Oh, we got a caller coming in. I got to hear what you got to say. But another donut, another shutout pitched by that JSU defense. What's up, caller? You're on with Jeff.
Reginald,
what's going on, man?
what's up, my brother Jeff? You're doing the great. Just want to congratulate you on what you're doing, man.
Hey, I appreciate it always.
You got great content. Keep up the great work.
Always.
But, man, I think today that Deion had them guys ready all week. Southern ran their mouth too much.
Man, ooh, what was
they ran their mouth.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Bit the bullet. They bit the bullet because they ran their mouth too much all week.
Are you talking about the fans or you talking about the team? What was they doing? Fill me in. I might have missed it.
The team, they was on media. They was on YouTube talking about Jackson State is not ready for what they got coming for them.
Mm.
Oh, it was all we did. Yes, sir. So the boys played. Jackson State didn't come back with nothing. They just came to play.
They
left 21 punts on the field, JSU, before the rain delay.
I believe they did, man. And I think the rain delay actually stopped the momentum a lot, too, man. You talking about an hour-long delay, man.
Yes, it did. Hour and a half delay, right.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Morgan State beat South Carolina. They ran their mop as well this week.
That's the team.
Yes.
Team. Yes. South Carolina
Southern did it too.
They ran their mouth, man. But I appreciate it, man. I want to get some more people on, but appreciate you calling in.
Good luck. Keep up the great work, my brother.
Always, man. Appreciate it. Oh, my bad. I actually cut them off. But South Carolina State was too busy worried about JSU, and they went and got curb stomped. What's going on? You're on with Jeff. Hello. Well, you can call back if you can't hear me. You can call back. But look, man, let me touch on, because we saw what JSU did, man. JSU went crazy today, and we're going to talk about them some more. That defense, Aubrey Miller, raging. Oh my God, raging. He lives in the backfield. 92 lives in the backfield. He just does people dirty all game, every game. But the thing is, South Carolina State, they were on, and let me answer this call, but South Carolina State was on talking too much about Jackson State, and they went and got curb stomped. What's on? You're on with Jeff.
My name is Carl Dalman. How you doing? I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana.
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I watched the game today, and I hope Shadir get a chance to get the vote for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, Shedeur's playing out of his mind, sir. Shedeur is playing out of his mind.
Let me say this. In 1974, I worked with SCLC. I was the one that got the SWAC conference admitted to the NC2A. And the SWAC conference was the first conference admitted. Then the other three came along. Now, Willie Totten threw 139 touchdowns at Mississippi Valley State, most of them to Jerry Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Eugene threw 140 that still holds the national record.
Okay.
Now, Bruce Eugene didn't get a good shot at the Heisman Trophy. But you find the white media is undermining Shadir in his struggle, in his fight to get Jackson State the SWAC Conference Championship. I hope the people are watching this. I sent letters to Coach Primetime.
Okay.
I sent letters to the commissioner of the SWAC. I sent letters to the local Times-Picayune newspaper in New Orleans.
Oh, man.
In 1974, when I led the effort to get the SWAC conference admitted to the NC2A, the editor of the sports section said he could not write the story. That was too much positive publicity to me.
Hey, Hey,
Now,
I
Brother
don't
Bridges
believe
with the
I
Jackson
believe that
Advocate.
completely.
The Brother Bridges, who writes for the Jackson Advocate, is the only reporter in this country wrote a comprehensive story about the SWAC. About the NC2A. Now, the NC2A for 68 years did not allow athletes from predominantly black schools to participate in the NC2A championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
By
I
us
have
fighting
to.
to get,
I got to get you to speed up a little bit. We got some other folks on the line though. But
yeah, but I'm letting you go, man, because you're doing a great job to
Hey, I
educate
appreciate
the
it.
public.
I
So
appreciate
keep on
you so
keeping
much.
on, Doctor.
Yes, sir. And you be
You're
sure to
giving
call
him a
back again.
checkup from the neck up.
Yes, sir. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and Shador. Hey, Shador was balling out of control today. Shador was doing his thing. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
This is Brian from Canada. I think I was one of the first callers when you started accepting people on.
I remember you, man. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh man, listen, I watched the game and it was a good game, but JSU the defense is dominant 100%. I'm not crazy about the play calling, man. Going forward early on fourth down and the play calling, they won, but that's one of the mistakes they made against South Carolina State last year in the Celebration Bowl. They can't play that way if they want to be NO for the whole year. Their defense is stellar. Shador's playing well.
Let me push back on that. You want to know why they did that? Look at this final score. They gave up 0. Even with that, they went for it on their own on their own side of the field, inside the 30. They went for it and still didn't give up a point. They are that confident in their defense, and that's why they have the ultimate free reign to go. I'm not saying it's smart. In football, that's not a smart decision. In most cases, that's not. But when you have a defense that's that stout, and they felt that confident before Southern ever took the field. And they said, you know what? Our defense matches up too good with them, and we can still go for it on our own side of the 50 and still not give up any points. That's why you make those decisions. Not saying it's always the best decision, but that's called a confidence type of decision. That's what that was.
And you know what? I'm all for confidence because I'm a confident person. But the thing is, sometimes you have to play smart football, like we're both saying. Okay. The thing is, if the other team capitalizes, then you're putting your team in a deficit right away. But the thing is, if you go for that, that's fine. But the play calling on that, when you see that the other team is like lining up like 11, basically almost 11 in the box, you can't run the play that they ran.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And as far as that, you know what? I'm a bandwagon JSU fan, and I'm proud to say it. Ever since Coach Prime was there,
You're not the only one.
I'm on the back, but loud and clear. But the thing is, I wish Weidman plays. I'm a big Weidman fan. I just feel sorry for this young man that he's not playing and he's not getting the opportunity. Last week he did get a little semblance of opportunity. It was an offside call, you know what I mean, on him as far as like that. But I just think sometimes, if we look at the game in totality, what happened is you look at it, Daniels dropped passes that he doesn't usually drop.
That's true.
There's a couple other plays. Santee Marshall, you know what I mean? I love Santee. He's got a scholarship. The man is he amplifies perseverance. Yeah. But why are we giving the ball up the middle in the red zone? I'm bewildered on that.
I got you, man. I appreciate it. I gotta get some other people on here though, but I appreciate you calling in, man.
Nice talking to you, Jeff. Keep up the contact, brother.
Always, man. Appreciate you calling in. No, he makes some good points. I want to get some more folks because we got some folks holding. We got some folks on the line. What's going on, man? You're on with Jeff.
Hello. Hey, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, boss man?
This is Jeremiah Dale, and did I get the score right or did I get it on the head?
What was your score prediction again, man? There'd be so many, I forgot.
35 to doo-doo. And it was 35 to doo-doo, if I'm not mistaken. That was perfect. But see, in common sense, like, okay, I know it's hard to say, well, this person beat that person. Texas Southern can't hold out jockstrap, and they're going to get it next week. And
hold on. Say it again. What'd you rewind that whole sentence back? I need to hear that again.
Texas Southern can't hold our jock strap, and they blanked Southern, dominated them. And when I saw Southern play, I said, we're going to beat, really, we 35 points better than everybody we played minimum.
Woo!
If you look at Tennessee State game, we had, look at the stats.
I'm with
We
you.
had
I'm with
400
you.
yards to 200 yards. It was just like not playing clean games, like turning the ball over and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Turning the ball over. But when we getting one safety high, that's a pressure defense. I want to see them go vertical more against one safety high. They have two safeties, just hand that thing up front and run zone block. I mean, our offensive line athletic. Because we're not. I hate when y'all say, "Oh, they big athletic guys." We've had humongous linemen in the past. If you watch SWAC football, they don't sign small guys. Usually they sign fat slob linemen. And now more teams since the LC Cole era got in there when he was Tennessee State, he came to Alabama State, and they stopped signing fat slob linemen. You had guys that can run. They can run screens. You can't run traps and draws and counters when you're lineman that's fat slob.
That's true.
Well, defense played lights out. You see, there's no bellies on them defense linemen, do you? They're athletic. None of them are knock-kneed or bow-legged, anything right there. Those are athletic guys. They're probably power clean linemen. Probably all of them are well over 300-pound power clean, which are much more variables that is you should be used to judge somebody's ability versus a bench press because it's multi-joint, total body.
Look at you, man. Hey, look, so you're breaking it down for us right there. Yeah, the power cleans get you right.
I was a walk-on out there, and I'm a certified transition specialist. So I know a little bit about a little bit.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I look at the defense that Southern were playing. They played more of a pressure defense. To be honest with you, we should have ran a little more vertical, I thought. But but in the wet game, it's quarterback grip is the main thing, and receivers catching the ball. They dropped some passes today, and the wind is hard. You got to drive the ball through the wind, so you need a strong arm. And he has that, and I like what they're doing. Love what Coach Prime doing. I hope we're able to keep him and his staff, at least until all his baby's gone.
Absolutely, man. Hey, appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate it.
13-0.
13-0, man. 13-0. Hey, I tweeted this earlier, man. I said, yo, I think I need to go ahead and buy my tickets to the SWAC Championship. I think I need to go ahead and get my plane tickets right because the performance that I saw, because Southern, think about this, guys. Think about this. There's a good chance that you play Southern again in the SWAC Championship. Think about the West. Think about the SWAC West. Alcorn, they just got curb stomped by Grambling. Prairie View just battled to the end with Bethune-Cookman. And then you just blink Southern 35-0. Nobody on the West scares JSU. Like nobody. Like nobody. And then the best team on the East behind JSU is a FAMU team you beat by 56 points. So I'm looking at this schedule and I'm trying to find a loss. Damn, a loss. Damn, finding a loss. And you can call in and let me know if I'm crazy. I'm trying to find a competitive game left on the schedule. Like, in all seriousness, like if you can tell me in the comments below, you can tell me in the chat, let me know in the chat, hit that thumbs up button too, by the way, we're in here real heavy, but find me a competitive game. Like I can't see a competitive game on the schedule right now. Like I just don't see it. Let me answer this call. Who's on here? You're on with Jeff. What's going on?
Rennie.
On the schedule.
What's going on? What's on your mind, Rennie?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going, man? We spoke a couple nights ago when I told you about the them featuring Savion more in the red zone.
Yeah, and you see that worked.
From New York. I like what they did with Savion. I knew the coach would have said, you know what, let's do that, especially the fact that they knew it probably was going to rain a little bit. Again, second game that Shedeur had one passing touchdown, and guess what? They won.
Yeah.
Second game in a row.
Yeah.
And in terms of a team that can challenge them, I don't see that team. I mean, the closest team that can come to it, and I'm not saying that they will challenge them, is Acorn. But I don't really see it. I really don't. I mean, I'm just saying they're the closest.
What you call them again, man? What you call them again? What was the name you just called them?
Huh?
You called him what? What was the team you think they can challenge him?
Alcorn.
Called them boys Acorn.
I said Acorn.
No, it's all good, man. But I appreciate you, Rennie, man. I gotta get some more people on here, but I appreciate it, dog.
No problem, man. You have a good one.
You too, man. And see, he's saying Alcorn. I don't see that, man. I just seen Alcorn get beat about. Did y'all watch the Alcorn Grambling game? Because I did. You know, when the JSU game was on rain delay, and even while the JSU game, so my setup, I have about 3 games going on at once, and ESPN Plus makes it easy. So I had JSU up, I had a Grambling up, because you know that's my second team. Shout out to the Grand fam. Yo, shout out to the Grand fam, man. We got our first conference win today. Let's go! Because I've talked to a lot of Grambling kids. You know, I've had Julian Calvez on here. I had a few of their linemen. I had a few folks on here. So I get it. Alcorn is a rivalry game. Alcorn is a team that's in Mississippi. Alcorn is a team that has a really good coach. Alcorn is a team that has a lot of pride. But that team just got stomped by Grambling, and Grambling got beat by 42 points by JSU. I don't see that being competitive. What's on, man? You're on with Jeff.
What's up, Jeff, man? This Big Baby from the 864 South Carolina.
What's going on, Big Baby, man? What's going on? What's on your mind?
Look, man, JSU's doing their doggone thing, but guess what? Boy, they got to come see me come start celebration, boy, at South Carolina State, boy. They got to come break now.
What? Hold on.
They got to come break.
Hold on. Did you watch South Carolina State today? Did you watch it? Just yes or no?
No,
I can tell you didn't watch it. I can tell you didn't watch it.
Look.
Okay.
What they got to do with the price of tea in China?
Say it again.
Zach, what they got to do with the price of tea in China?
Because they're not because South Carolina State not gonna make it back to Atlanta. That's what they got to do with it. They're not gonna make it back. JSU's gonna be in Atlanta, and they're gonna be playing North Carolina Central. Not South Carolina State. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have watched the game.
No. So Big Baby, do you know the score of the South Carolina State game today? Like, do you know the score?
I watched Jackson State today because I've been on Jackson.
So you're a South Carolina State guy. You watched Jackson State today, huh? I would watch them too. I'd be watching Jackson State.
I believe.
Let me hear this one more time. You're South Carolina. You're in South Carolina. Shout out to the state of South Carolina. You're a South Carolina State guy, but you watched JSU today, correct?
Oh, I'm a South Carolina State guy because I'm a home team guy.
That's good.
I'm originally USC.
I got you. I'm not knocking that, but I'm saying you watched JSU today instead of South Carolina State, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So you ain't got to explain it. I got you. So let me inform you because you might not know. Like let me let South Carolina State played a game today. They played a game against Morgan State. Do you know the score of that game?
No, but I'm pretty sure you about to tell me.
Let me go ahead and tell you. The score was 41-14. Morgan State. 41-14. Coach Damon Wilson and the team that he didn't even recruit, he didn't put together, he just got handed, because he came to the team late. Beat your team, the HBCU, defending HBCU national champions, 41-14. Now, South Carolina State got a big win last week over North Carolina Central, but then they went and got curb stomped today.
It was home. That's why they won, but I did not know they got beat that bad.
Exactly. Yeah, man, but I appreciate you calling, man. Make sure to call again.
Man, I'm always coming. I'm gonna make everybody laugh. I'm coming every time you do. I'm gonna call in and make everybody laugh.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You take care, dog. Yeah, he had no idea. And see, and folks talking about Howard. See, like Howard can legit win the MEAC, and JSU would dog walk Howard. What's going on, man? You're on with Jeff.
Hey, this is Greg Richardson, man.
How's it going, Greg? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I'm from Gary, Indiana, man, and I love JSU, man. I was a SWAC guy back in '79. I went to Mississippi Valley with Jerry Rice.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, man, I was room right next door to him, man. And it's just a wonderful feeling, man, that Deion is doing what he's doing, and I'm hating on these guys, just hating on Deion right now for what he's doing, because it's out of the box, man. Because he's doing something for everybody, man. I'm sitting here, my TV's blasting and whatnot. I'm looking at the YouTube thing, and it's amazing, man. I'm seeing folks, man. These white folks are they tripping, man. They're tripping. They're tripping.
Hey, Greg, man, I appreciate it, man. We got a bunch of callers online, but I appreciate you calling in, man. And be sure to call again.
Oh, man, that's all I can do, man. I can't get on air or nothing, man.
No, unless you got something else to say. What else you got? We just got a lot of callers on.
Well, the thing is that we have to appreciate the appreciation.
Absolutely.
You know, I was born in '59. I'm older than Deion, but see, like, I watched all this shit, man. I watched white flight. I was 8 years old and watched white flight going in my neighborhood. We moved into a white neighborhood, and I watched this shit. You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy, Greg, but I appreciate it, man. But we got to keep it moving. But I appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah, man. Coach Prime, Howard. Can y'all imagine if JSU played Howard? Like, can y'all imagine that being a celebration? What's on, man? You on with Jeff?
Yeah, man. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, buddy? You got to get your TV. There we go. What's going on?
I did. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm free caller from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm calling it right now. I believe College Game Day is going to be in Atlanta. I believe the makings of what they're doing at Howard is a beautiful thing. The makings of what's going on at Jackson State is a beautiful thing. And I really, truly believe that Howard and Jackson State is going to end up in Atlanta. And it's just going to be like super epic. It's going to be better than any class they're going to be at and the SWAC. Right. I mean, it's going to be like a perfect storm. So I just want to call. Appreciate you for what you're doing, man. Big fan of yours. Keep it up. And just wanted to call in for support, brother.
Man, appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate that more than you know. Yeah, Howard, I mean, they definitely can win the MEAC. I think they will end up winning the MEAC. Whether that'll be a good game or not, I don't know about that one. What's on your own with Jeff?
Whether that'll be a good game or not?
Hello, this is Brianna from Kentucky.
What's going on, Brianna?
I just want to say I'm a huge fan of yours. I am such a huge fan. You always drop really good material. I appreciate the feedback from all the other viewers, too. I just want to give you a huge shout out and say, keep doing what you're doing, man. I see you. I hear you, and good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, thank you so much, Brianna. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. If you guys don't know that, Brianna, that's my lady, man. She's downstairs listening to me yell and talk to y'all. So shout out to her for giving me a call and letting y'all hear in on it. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Jeff. Listen, man, great show. I'm not going to take up much time, but listen, I'm with that other caller. If Howard by chance make it to the Celebration Bowl, it would be the biggest one ever. With their alumni spread out all over the East Coast and in the South, it would be a game between JSU and Howard would be epic in terms of folks. I believe that the Georgia Dome would sell out.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Now, what do you think the game will be competitive? Real quick.
Well, I got to be honest and tell you, I don't think the game will be very competitive. I got to be honest about that. No. I didn't say that.
You're just talking about from a fan perspective, it'd be lit.
I'm just saying that Howard alumni is so wide and deep and got cash money, okay? They're the kind of folks on Christmas holiday will travel hard.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks more. It means more than you know. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Had the Howard alumni does roll deep. They sold out. They went up to the New York HBCU New York Football Classic and had 35,000. 35,000 between them and Morehouse. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Tim Fuller from Jackson, Mississippi.
What's going on, Tim? What's on your mind?
Are you coming to? You gonna come to the SWAC Championship?
Yes, I will be in the building. I will be at the SWAC Championship in Jackson, Mississippi. Yes, I will.
Yes, I will. If I can, Jeff, can I give you my number, man? I'm gonna bless you when you get here.
Shoot me a DM. It's in the description. Shoot me a DM and we'll touch base.
All right.
Appreciate you, Tim. Though appreciate you.
Man, appreciate what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Tim. Man, means more than you know, man. Now let's talk football real quick, because we had a lot of people coming in talking about Howard and talking about the fan base and all that stuff. And all of that is good, right? Like all of that makes sense. All of that is, but Howard has been on some pretty big stages this year. They were in the SWAC MEAC Classic, SWAC MEAC Challenge, and they lost to Alabama State. Then they were in the HBCU New York Football Classic, and they showed out. I think they had 35,000. Shout out to Justin, Mr. Moore, and the folks that put that together, because I know those good folks, and they did a really, really good job. And they had 35,000 people there. The only problem is Howard ain't that good of a football team. And I've had some Howard folks on I had Eaton James on here, and Howard has gotten better throughout the year. But think about that, and this is no offense to Howard, man, but that Howard O-line, and y'all say it's the best in the MEAC, against that JSU D-line. What y'all think gonna happen? What y'all think? Y'all been watching JSU. Y'all seen JSU today give up a donut. Think about, like, we got to really think about what just happened today. Southern came into this game. Now, granted, they got skunked by Texas Southern, but they came into this game averaging 40 points per game. And this is 40 points per game with a donut on their schedule. Like when they play Texas Southern, they didn't score 0 points. So they're averaging 40 points per game, even though they had a game where they got shut out. And they got shut out once again. Now, Texas Southern, on the other hand, Texas Southern, what can you do with can Andrew Body and those guys over there at Texas Southern make some noise against JSU? Can they go ahead and do some work? Can they actually make the game competitive? Can they do better than what we saw Southern, right? Will they actually show up to the game? Because Southern didn't show up at all. Southern, the little dude with the tattoos, tried to get into it with Shador, so they got some uncharacteristic penalties on JSU. Outside of that, outside of the uncharacteristic penalties, they never had a shot in this game. They just didn't. They never had a realistic chance in this game. They just didn't. They never really had anything going. They had nothing going. Bishawn McCray, what did I say before the game? In my pregame analysis, Edrin James, his son, does play for his name's Eden. We actually did an interview with Eden. It's right here on the channel if you want to check it out. But Southern was too one-dimensional. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Carl.
What's going on, Carl? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just happy to see that the city of Jackson is celebrating again. I went to school down the street from there in Holmes County, and we used to always go to Jackson State to party back in '87. That's when the mall was going, everything was going on there. So I'm just happy to see that the city is had something positive, and there's revenue coming in, and just, that they make sure they do the right thing with the finances and the money they're making. So
absolutely,
I'm just happy
absolutely.
Happy for JSU.
Hey, JSU, man, they're happy. They're real happy tonight. Real happy. Carl, appreciate you calling in, man.
God bless you, brother.
Hey, bless you too, man. Bless you. Now, I want to show you guys something because I thought it was really funny. Shout out to Yard Talk, Miss LaShonda Love. She does a good job of posting different things over on her Twitter. Y'all can go follow her on Twitter. And she posted a lot of these, let me get this call, but a lot of the signs from Game Day today. And I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. You're on with Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, this is Rochelle.
How you doing, Rochelle? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I am Jackson State class of 1988. I'm just here to celebrate.
Shout out to JSU class of 88. Shout out to class of 88 in the building.
I'm in California. I couldn't come, but I enjoy seeing you all the time, and I've been responding to you. I just wanted to give a shout out to my team and give us, you know what? I think instead of us just worrying about what's going to happen next year, let's just concentrate on this moment.
Enjoy the
live
moment.
in this moment and enjoy the moment. Don't let nobody take anything away from us. Enjoy the moment. That's it. That's all.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in, and trust me, they're definitely enjoying the heck out of this moment tonight. That is for sure.
Listen, that's huge. That the stuff that's been happening the last three weeks. That's just why not? You know what? Like he said, why not us?
Unreal between GMA, Game Day, and then the game itself has been awesome. It's been awesome.
In 60 minutes.
In 60 minutes. Oh yeah, can't forget about 60 minutes. Yeah. Can't forget about 60 minutes.
But why not us? This should not be extraordinary. This should be our norm. Okay, I'm gonna get off your phone. I'm watching you. I'm like, okay, you take care.
I appreciate it. You take care and make sure to call in again. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. I do want to show, hey, why not us? Why not? She's exactly right. Why not us? Why not JSU? Why not Southern? Why not FAMU? And shout out to FAMU. They did, they had the homecoming. They had a good game. Let me show you guys some of these signs because LaShawna put up some of these signs. It says, Coach Dooley wears fake Gucci. Where was the Gucci at? You can't come dressed to the nines because Dooley is a nice dresser. Can't come dressed to the nines and get skunked, big dog. You can't come doing that. She put up some more signs. Tate Reeves ain't swag. How y'all feeling about Tate Reeves, man? How do the Jackson people, let me know in the comments, how are y'all feeling about y'all Governor Tate Reeves? What else did she? I thought she had some more signs, but man, and the human jukebox made the Coach Prime. They was like, we SWAC. He ain't SWAC. Man, the he ain't SWAC thing has been going crazy. What's going on? Calling you on with Jeff.
Hey, this is Cassie Chapman, man. Listen, I am sitting here watching your show. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm from Natchez, Mississippi. And I am so grateful, man. I am so grateful to see what's going on in Jackson.
Yeah, it's fun.
So thank you, my brother, for just being that man.
Hey, I appreciate you more than you know it.
Yes, sir. I thank you and God bless you.
Hey, God bless you too, man. Take care and be sure to call again.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I wanna talk to you guys about something. So, with Game Day, you had Pat McAfee. He went to the Battle of the Bands. That was put on Friday, and he was blown away. Did you guys see, like how'd you guys feel about the energy of Pat McAfee? Pat McAfee was awesome, wasn't he? Like, Pat McAfee brought that energy to the Game Day set today. He was fired up, Jay. Fired up. He was turned. Like, he was a real deal lit. He was definitely the most excited about what was going on with Jackson State, most excited about the experience. And then for the folks, a lot of you folks apparently was at the game, but for the folks that watched it at home, did you guys hear the broadcaster when he said, thank you, ESPN, for sending me to Jackson State? Thank you, Tiffany Green, for taking this week off and going and giving a convocation at FAMU, because I get to be here, because it's a party here. It was pouring down raining. It was a lightning delay. It was all kinds of stuff that could have stopped the party. But the 50, 55, 60,000 of you guys that were there at the game and living it up had bro in the broadcast booth turn. I've never heard, I'm in sports broadcasting. I've covered games. I've been to games. I've never heard a broadcaster on a live broadcast literally thank his network for bringing him to the game. Like, I've never heard. Bro said, and think about it. It was thank you for bringing me to a game where it was a blowout. It wasn't even a competitive game. It'd be different if the game was 52-49, like Alabama versus Tennessee a couple of weeks ago. Like, it'd be like, yo, thank you for sending me to this because I get to see, all these people and I get to see a hell of a game. This man was talking about thank you, ESPN, for sending me to a game that was 28-0 when he said it. It was 28-0. It wasn't even competitive. Southern could barely pass the 50-yard line. Southern couldn't even get a freaking field goal. And bro was in the broadcast booth talking about some thank you, ESPN. Thank you, Tiffany Green, for taking a week off and allowing me to come down to Jackson State. That, you guys, give yourself a round of applause. Bravo. Bravo. Like that's the only way to put it, because you had the atmosphere, you had the energy, you brought it so much so in a game that finished 35-0 that saw the backup quarterback throw a touchdown pass at the end of the fourth quarter. You brought so much energy, so much juice, so it was so lit down there that bro in the broadcast booth hollering about some thank you to my network for sending me to this game. That was dope. That was awesome, man. I can't, because I've been in those booths, and you know, when you're a broadcaster doing those games, you're supposed to be impartial, non-biased, right? Like you're supposed to be impartial, non-biased, and not show favoritism, because it'll affect kind of how you're calling the game. But bro, like, he had to let it out. He had to let the people know that, yo, this is turned. This is lit. What's going on, man? You're on with Jeff.
Chris Bell.
What's going on, Chris? What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm just excited, man. Listen to the show. Just left the game. Made it home, and trying to get dry.
Man, so so you was at the game? How was it for you? What was the energy like? Because I was just talking about how the broadcaster he was hurt. He said, yo, this energy is different. Pat McAfee, he goes to games every week and was like, yo, this energy is different. How was it for someone that was actually there? How was it for you?
It was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, the energy was there, even though the weather, it got bad, like after halftime. Mm-hmm. But people came out. Southern put on a good show, of course. But I'm glad. I had friends come down from St. Louis. I mean, people was here from Kentucky, Atlanta. I mean, everybody that enjoyed themselves. A lot of people, the first time experience, just like the guy ESPN, and everybody just soaked it in, because we coming to HBCU or coming to the SWAC, it is a different experience. But hey, man, the energy was in there, and we ready to go to Houston.
Absolutely. You're ready to go to Houston, man. Appreciate you calling in, and stay dry and have a good time in Houston.
Hey, I'm waiting for you to come here to Jackson.
I'll be SWAC Championship game, JSU fans. I'm saying it on record, so that means if I don't go, you can hold me to it. But I'm going to be there SWAC Championship game.
Hey, I got you.
I appreciate it, man.
We're gonna take care of you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Take care. Take care, Chris, man. Take care. Yeah, SWAC Championship game. I have to go. I've said it on record. I said it on wax. I'm a man of my word. I got to be there. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Man, Eric from Jackson, Mississippi, man.
What's going on, Eric? What's on your mind?
Man, I was at the game today. I just want to tell everybody, if they love this atmosphere, they should see an atmosphere with Jackson State and Southern meet in the SWAC Championship, hopefully.
Yeah. Southern gonna have to rebound, because that's most likely what's gonna happen. You're probably gonna play them again in the SWAC Championship, and they are embarrassed. Like, their tails tucked between their legs, so they went out kind of sad today, and so they're gonna come out all systems go come SWAC Championship. I agree,
and I hope we get them again, because man, their atmosphere is gonna be, I'm talking about off the charts, man, off the charts, and you got to be down here for that.
I'm a man of my word. I will be there for the SWAC Championship game, whether it's against Southern or whoever, PV, whoever. But I'll be there for that game. Just know it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Keep up the good work, man.
Hey, appreciate you calling in, man. Be sure to call in again. Yeah, no. So I want to show you guys this clip really quick of Pat McAfee, and this was before the game. This was him talking about the battle of the bands. Hold on, let me make sure. Actually, I just messed something up. Hold on 1 second. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. We're in here heavy, and you can continue to call in. We're celebrating today, man. We got pour one out for Southern, because you know what I'm saying, they had to tuck their tail between their legs and go all the way back to Baton Rouge, getting skunked in the rivalry game, man. They gonna have to, they're gonna have to answer, because BJ Jones, my dog BJ Jones, shout out to BJ. He picked them to win, man. And I know he ain't feeling too good, but this is Pat McAfee just at the Battle of the Band. This wasn't even the game. This was him during the Battle of the Band, or before the Battle of the Band. So think about what he had to experience before the Battle of the Bands to feel like this. Let's take a listen.
Provided opportunities for me to experience things that I'll remember for the rest of my life. For instance, this evening, because we're in Jackson State, there's the Boombox Battle of the Bands, where Jackson State's band will be taking on Southern's band in a Battle of the Bands in a packed baseball field. Okay? They had full entrances The crowd booed the other band. Now they're about to battle. Traveling to an HBCU is something I think I am lucky to do. This is an awesome experience that I'll remember forever. And I think we're about to get the hell of a showing from the drum lines. They walked out here early. Boom, boom. It's going to be electrifying. Shout out to Jackson State. Shout out to Gameday. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. Hey, y'all showed my man Pat that good of a time. Y'all showed Pat McAfee that good of a time where he's like, yo, what? There's 4. He said, yo, they came out. Because even to me, like, think about it. Like, I've never perpetrated anything that I'm not. I'm not an HBCU alum. I didn't go to HBCU games growing up. I went to Western Kentucky University. I've always admitted that. Like, I've never perpetrated to be something that I'm not. And to hear even me, I was like, yo, they're booing the band. Like, folks are booing the band. Like, it's a, like, they're like what? Like, and even him, he was like, yo, they booed the band. It's a packed out baseball stadium. They had 4 entrances for a battle of the bands. It's not even the football game. This is not even the football game. So think about this. Pat has his show that gets like millions and millions of views daily, right? And what is he going to be talking about on his show come Monday? Because it's Monday through Friday on his radio show that gets 22 to 30,000 people watching all at one time. He's going to be talking about Jackson State. He's going to be talking about Southern. He's going to be talking about the HBCU culture with all of his buddies, his beer drinking buddies that they go on there and they cut up and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what Pat McAfee is going to do, because he said game day provides me experiences that I would never get to experience ever in my life. And one of them was being right there in Jackson State. And this is before the game. That was before he got to the game. He was just talking about the battle of the bands, y'all. He was just talking about the battle of the bands. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. Y'all, shout out to y'all, man. We're here real heavy. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. We are in here real heavy. I'm still taking calls. I'm still reading comments. I'm still a 50-piece spicy on the way to Houston. Okay, I got to ask a serious question. Real talk. Got to ask a serious question. How disappointed were y'all that they chose Stephen A to be the guest picker? Like, so let me know in the chat. Let me know, whoever the next caller is. How disappointed were y'all that Stephen A. Smith was the guest picker? How disappointed were y'all? They said Dr. Doom was there at the game. Jimmy Smith was commenting on my tweets and he was retweeting my stuff in the polls. So he was excited. He would have wanted to do it. There were so many other people. Hell, you could even had Prime stay up there and do it. Now, this is no disrespect to Stephen A, but like he is definitely the #1 ambassador on ESPN when it comes to HBCUs. It's like ESPN's never met another person who went to an HBCU. Like they've never seen another black person, man, woman, or whoever that went to an HBCU. They can't find any more other than Stephen A. Smith. And hey, shout out to Stephen A. Smith. He is the biggest in the world at what he does. But there's other folks that went to Jackson State. There's other folks that went to HBCUs that you could have chose to be the guest picker. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Miss Football, how you doing?
How you doing, Miss Football? How you doing, Miss Football?
Doing great. I mean, I was ecstatic. I like Stephen A.
Oh, he was ecstatic.
I was excited. He may be a little arrogant, but he knows football. He knows sports, and he knows what he's very intelligent. The other thing is, I was just watching when Deion Sanders gave his speech when he first was named the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and play that.
Okay.
He said, I believe everything he named, he has accomplished thus far.
Absolutely.
He has always been a deliverer. When he played football, he would name when he's about to score. From kick, I'm old enough to know this. When he said, I'm about to score a touchdown off a kickoff return, he did it.
Yeah.
He was always a deliverer when he was a pinch hitter. Go back and listen to that. He has delivered on every single thing he has said in that speech. He's a phenomenal guy. God bless him. I hope nothing but the best for Jackson State. We as people need to continue to stick together in the SWAC as individuals who don't even like football. Just support him because he is doing wonderful things in Jackson.
Absolutely, Miss Football. I completely agree with you. No doubt about it.
Thank you for your time of being on your show.
And I appreciate you calling in. Be sure to call again, Miss Football. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no, she's right. She ain't lying. I mean, Prime, that's the thing, man. That's why I agree with Rochelle when she called earlier. She said, yo, we got to soak this in, man. Like for somebody, once again, I'm not an HBCU grad. I'm not someone who grew up in this culture, but someone that has been indoctrinated into it over the last year or two. Like, this is different because I've been around sports my entire life. I ain't always been around HBCU sports my entire life, but I've been around sports for a long time to know that this is different, to know that this is remarkable, to know that this moment right here is history making. Like, this is quite literally history making. This is something that we will be able to tell our children, our children's children, our grandchildren, our great grands, when whatever takes place after this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is going to lead to, if it's going to lead to some sort of renaissance or whatever, or if this is just a flash in the pan. Or I don't believe it is. I believe this is something that can lead to a renaissance. But regardless, how 50 years from now, we will be able to talk about the time that Jackson State had game day on campus. We will be able to talk about the time that Travis Hunter chose Jackson State over Florida State. We will be able to talk about a time when Deion Sanders was the head coach at Jackson State. We will, like, these are things that we will remember forever, regardless of you're a JSU fan or not, regardless if you're a Prime fan or not. This is something that will last forever. This is history. We are literally, you know how, like, it's crazy when you read about history, you'll be like, yo, man, that is so crazy that happened, that so-and-so did so-and-so, right? But to really be living it, we are living it. So that's why it's good to soak it all in, take it in, really take it in, because we are really witnessing history. Game day was at Jackson State, guys. I don't think game day gets on average. This is on average over 2 million people watching. So 2 million people got the spotlight saw the spotlight being put on not just Coach Prime and JSU, but also Southern, the SWAC, and all the HBCUs across the country. And then on top of that, you add the fact that we had some great football being played today. JSU got the curb stomp of Southern. Morgan State with the big-time upset over South Carolina State. North Carolina Central got a close skin-of-the-teeth win. A&T completed the comeback and beat Campbell. For all you Campbell Knights, where are the Campbell Knights out there? All these folks that were like, oh, Campbell's indestructible. Campbell's doing this. Campbell's doing that. They put the Campbell Knights to bed, So, like, we got that. And then for my Louisville Cardinals, we got a big win over Clemson, too. We had 6 turnovers in the third quarter, or 4-6 turnovers. So I got to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? So this was just a great day for football, man. And now you got Tennessee and Kentucky on the TV right now. Kentucky's playing with Tennessee down in Knoxville. Yo, this is wild, man. This is wild. And so, and shout out to you guys, man, because you guys are keeping this. I didn't think this who is SWAC, I am SWAC thing would be lasting this long. But Southern literally, their band literally today said we SWAC. Basically, like, they ain't SWAC or Prime ain't SWAC or whatever, but we SWAC. And I was like, yo, I just did not see this thing lasting this long. If you want to call in here, 727-731-8723, 727-731-8723. I'm reading some comments. You can call in, and I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get out of here at some point, but you guys have been awesome. Okay, so what are you talking about, Jordan? Let's tap in. It says, are we ready for life after Deion? This is his last. Boo! Tomato. Boo! Jordan, boo! Jordan, stop it, Jordan. Stop it, sir. Stop it. Steve McNair is SWAC. Yeah, exactly. So think about it. Think about the SWAC hasn't, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong. The SWAC hasn't had this kind of love nationally since Steve McNair. That was 30 years ago. What's going on? Caller, you on with Jeff?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, this is Sean. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Sean? What's on your mind?
Man, I was just amazed, and I think I'm not live with what you had on YouTube, so I had to go back and kind of look what you said. But when you talked about this is history making,
yes,
you are absolutely correct. This is history making, and it's history making for not just Jackson State,
no,
HBCUs,
absolutely,
for it's just amazing. It's just like I can't believe it. It's like Christmas, like during this whole season for me. So I'm just wow. Jackson State is, I'm a Jackson State alumnus, so
okay.
I'm a little biased, but I just think, man, it's just awesome, man. Man, thank you for what you're doing, and keeping us in the spotlight. So, man, just keep it going, and man, I just love it. I'm glad I'm part of this history. Like you said, sometimes you read about history, but you have to realize this is history. So,
absolutely.
man, you're on point.
Man,
yes,
I appreciate
sir.
you, Sean. I appreciate you calling in, man. Be sure to call again.
Yes, sir. I definitely will. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man, you got to live in the moment, man. Like, this is something that folks are going to read about one day. Like, that's how special it is. What's going on, calling on with Jeff?
Yo, Jeff, what's going on, man?
What's going on? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. We got another win, of course. But but yeah, man, I just want to speak on the comments everybody always talking about Coach Prime leaving, Auburn, and all these other schools and everything. But the thing about, I know you did post it a few weeks ago about, Jackson State. We're getting a new stadium soon. I don't know, is it going to be done in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years? But we're getting a new stadium. You did post that content, right?
Yeah, I posted about that, how they're moving forward on trying to get a new stadium. It's not guaranteed. Let me go ahead and clear that up. It's not guaranteed, but that is like the next step on trying to, secure the funds to make that happen. That is something that they want to make happen for sure.
Yeah, so my thing on it, okay, it's almost like the NFL. Like, in order to host a Super Bowl in your city, you got to upgrade your stadium.
Absolutely.
So I think he's being strategic, like checking out particularly what we needed. Like, I don't think enough people really paying attention to that. Like, we literally, at least I feel that way. We're checking out the checklist. Like, hey, okay, we need a new stadium. What do we need? Okay, the stadium. What else do So I think that's part of the next step, to move up to FBS. And specifically the Big 12, I love to move up to the Big 12. I know the SEC, but hey, you think about it. You got Oklahoma moving out the Big 12. They going to the SEC. I think next year.
Texas is too.
Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah,
exactly. So, and then you got to look at it. Okay, North Dakota State, they already, in talks with trying to join the Big 12. They FCS as well. So, hey, maybe we'll be the next team. James Madison, they just went over to the
Sun Belt, I think. I think they in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, Sun Belt. Yeah, so hey, why not us? You know what I'm saying? I believe they. So,
you got to, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate you. Now, I'm gonna touch on those comments. Appreciate it. Be sure to call again.
Sir. All right. Yes,
no,
sir.
he makes a good point, right? Like, because I do believe Prime wants to coach in the FBS, right? And I'm not saying I do believe Prime wants to leave. I just think he wants to coach in the FBS because he understands what comes with coaching in the FBS. He understands what it means for your program to be in the FBS. You get more scholarships, you get more resources, you get more exposure, you get better media rights deals, et cetera, et cetera. There's a long laundry list of reasons of why you would want to be in the FBS. The thing is, and here's the thing, guys, if we're talking about what could Prime do? What could be next for Prime? If ESPN is on the campus of Jackson State and they have a big old billboard thing that says, where is Deion Sanders' next job? Don't you think the folks at Jackson State know this? Like, don't you think they're going to do any and everything in their power to keep their coach? Like Ashley Robinson, like folks forget, Ashley Robinson is the one who hired Deion. He's the one who hired Prime. So, of course, he is going to do every single thing in his power to keep Prime. Because you know what? Right now, Prime has Ashley Robinson looking like the smartest AD in the damn world. He has Ashley Robinson looking like the smartest athletic director in the entire world, not just the country. We got to go to the entire world because they talking about JSU across the pond. They got a commit that's from London. You dig? So you know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about this, of course they are talking about it. And they're going to do everything in their power to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. What's going on? You're on with Jeff. Oh, it looks like they bounced out. Yes. So, in other words, you know that if we're talking about it, if they're talking about it on ESPN, on College Game Day, then of course Ashley Robinson and the administration at Jackson State University are talking about it and trying to make these things happen. What's going on? You're on with Jeff.
Jeff, how you doing, man? Big fan of the show.
Appreciate it, man. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Man, I'm Ike Tucker. I'm calling from Joliet, Illinois, man. Just to let you know, we're looking at history here, man.
Absolutely.
They better pray one of these guys like Michael Jordan or Walmart or whoever it may be don't donate an 80 to 100 million to Deion Sanders to see him succeed down there. Stay in Jackson. I don't know why folks think he gonna leave in the next year or so. When he got his kids there, his daughters, his sons. He's not leaving before Shador leaves.
I don't believe so neither. I'm right there with you.
I'm a big fan of this show. I appreciate you, and I want to see y'all win as much as anybody in the world, man. My son, one of the best football players from up here. He got dreams to go to Ohio State. I got him watching Jackson State.
Give your son a shout out. What's your son's name and what year is he?
Class of 2023, LaDainian Tucker. Coach Joliet West. Love to see you in Jackson.
Okay. Hey, we might have to tell some coaches to send some coaches this tape. You know what I mean? You might get a play for Prime offer. You never know.
I was on Central Texas to go play high school ball with Prime.
Hey, that would have been a good move, but now he can do it bigger and better over at JSU, man. But I appreciate you calling in.
Bigger and better. Take it easy, Jeff. Have a cool one.
Hey, you too, man. Like, why wouldn't you want to go play for Prime? I mean, think about it. I was showing my mom, who doesn't know much about this stuff, Coach Prime's Instagram, and she was like, yo, I've never seen anything like this at a college facility. What's going on, Warren? You're on with Jeff.
Yes, how you doing, Jeff, man? Appreciate you, man, so much, man. I'm from Chicago, man. I think what some people are missing is that Coach Prime wants to make sure that his coach gets paid a little bit more than what is being paid for them now, because he keeps bringing up his coach. He's concerned about his coaches getting paid.
Yeah,
and
that's his number one concern.
Yeah, so if they can increase their payroll, because Coach Prime getting paid, I think he's more concerned about his staff and the staff that's working under him.
In his interview with Gameday, he said, getting a Power 5 job and the money that comes with that wouldn't change my lifestyle, but it could change my coach's lifestyle. So that's what he's referencing as far as them getting paid.
Right, and that's why I just want the fans to kind of keep in mind, back in their mind, that I think they're gonna start trying to make ways to make sure that them coaches stay on staff to help him to, make a decision to stay as well. And that's all I have to say, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep up the good work, man. I love what's going on in the community. Our community is a sight to see, and I'm glad to be a part of history.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you calling in. Be sure to call again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I just really want everybody to really soak in the moment. I really want everybody to understand that we're not reading about what Coach Prime did at Jackson State or what's the renaissance that's taking place with HBCU sports and specifically football. We're actually living through it. We're watching them go on game day. We're watching them get 60-minute pieces. We're watching Good Morning America go to Jackson State, and then this week was at FAMU. We're watching this. We're watching sellout games. Like you said, I think somebody put, there was North Carolina A&T who had a big win over Campbell. FAMU with like I said, with GMA there, and they had their homecoming going on. Jackson State had to sell out, had everybody there with game day. Then they had to sell out and everybody there the week before for homecoming, including P Valley and Snoop Dogg and Yella Beezy and all these different people. So this is history that we're actually living through. This is awesome to see, man. And I can't wait to see you folks, you good folks down in Jackson for the SWAC Championship game. See, I always knew I was going to go to the SWAC Championship game, but this game kind of got me turned and allowed me to announce it. So I will be in Jackson, and now it got me confident enough to say that I'll be in Jackson, Mississippi for the SWAC Championship game, because I'm very much sure that Jackson, Mississippi will be hosting the SWAC Championship game against probably Southern, but possibly PV. I don't know, but I will be there and Rick Ross. Yeah, shout out. And Rick Ross was there also. So I will be there for the SWAC Championship game, and I can't wait to meet all of you guys, dap it up, break bread, do everything, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Once again, you're watching Jeff Lightsy Jr. right here on Victory Formation. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all those other social media platforms right there at JLightsy7. That's at JLightsy7 for the Facebook gang. Facebook, you guys show a whole lot of love over there. We did on Facebook, I think we did 80,000 impressions, which is something crazy, something I've never done, right? So 80,000 impressions over on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, it's Jeff Lightsy Sports. I appreciate you guys. One love. Love you guys so much. I can't wait to do this all over again next week. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.